So the other thing is that my computer sometimes decides it doesn't like me and just cuts off. And so I'll try to keep this short overall, but there might be a couple videos that you log into. So anyway, my background is in policy and law and education. My favorite thing to do is to teach this class. We're also lucky because we have such a big class. We have a course facilitator. She is Kim Payne, and she'll introduce herself to you. She has taught this class in her own right, so we're really lucky to have her. Just a little bit about her. She is a doctoral student in the program here at George Washington University. She's also an elementary educator and has experience as an administrator. She is a lawyer, has practiced law, and is based in Virginia. I am based here in Georgia, in Atlanta, Georgia. But both of us have experience teaching this course and with other state law. Now I'm going to start going through the syllabus and highlighting some key points. As you see on the first page, you have my email and you have my number. Email is the best way to get a hold of me. You can text me as well. Just make sure you tell me who you are because I won't know that from your number. And we can always set a time up to talk or Skype. The text for this course is by John Dayton. It's called Education Law, Principles, Policies, and Practice. I believe it's at your local George Washington bookstore. You can also get it on Amazon. And then we'll give you a case law supplement with some cases that you'll need to read throughout the course. I do have live office hours where we will use Blackboard Collaborate to log on. These office hours will be used for different things, and I'll go over that in a minute. But they will be held Monday nights from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern and Saturday mornings from 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Eastern. This does not preclude if you have a question outside of those times, you may always email me and we may set up a time to talk around those hours. Turning to page 2, let's talk a little bit about these office hours. We tested out something new last term and it really worked well, and I think you'll enjoy it. We have 8 weeks in this course. The first 2 weeks are just normal office hours. Anybody can call in and ask a question. I'm not going to be lecturing during that time, so if you call in, you can call in to hear what other people have to ask, but it is based on your questions about the course and the material. Weeks 3 through 7, we're going to do small groups. And I will send out more about this before each week. I heavily use the announcements on Blackboard to communicate with you all, so you all hear the same thing at the same time. But during those weeks, we'll use the same time of office hours, Monday nights and Saturday mornings. You'll log in and you'll have the opportunity to discuss one of the allegations on either the midterm and the final, and we'll be very specific about what that is. We'll tell you what that is. You'll work in small groups of about 4 people to analyze the issue, and if you work through it well, and most groups do, you'll earn the full points for that allegation, and you can cross that off the list to address on your midterm and final. This does 2 things. One, it helps you ease the load when it comes to writing the midterm and final, and 2, it helps you actually interact with the material and have the benefit of working with me and Kim to analyze these issues. You're not just alone in a bubble. We'll actually have some discussion about that. So I think you'll really enjoy that. And then week 8 is back to normal office hours. Call in if you have a question. And again, we'll talk more about this as the semester goes on. Page 4, I want to point out the academic preparation for learning. Not only should online courses be as rigorous as on-the-ground courses, but there are also accreditation standards for those, and you'll see those outlined on page 4, that the course load amounts to a minimum of 14 hours per week, and I know most, if not all of you, have regular daytime jobs, so that means studying at night, on the weekends, and maybe during your lunch break. We know it's tough. But we've done our best to make sure this material is organized in a way that facilitates your learning. Not only do you have those regular hours, but this course also includes an internship. And that internship is an additional 15 hours. And we have specified and set up the internship for you, and I'll talk about that in a minute. As I said earlier, we're going to talk about public school law. I know some of you are in private schools or in nonprofits, but this class is set up to talk about public school law, I'll note the differences, and Kim will as well when there are, but generally note that private school law is governed by contracts. So it doesn't have generally the constitutional issues and the state law issues that public schools do. Course material. When you log on to Blackboard each week and you go through the assignments, you will see there are videos to watch. Those are our lectures. There are two types of videos. One will be by John Dayton, who is the author of your textbook. The other, and I'll say the primary, the ones you should give priority to, are by Dr. Kelly Sharalinkus, who is professor on the ground at George W. and coordinator of the cohort, and really the leader of our school law courses. Those, there's no excuse for not watching those. Those are the priority. Not only will they cover the material, but they'll talk about things like the assignments, the midterm, and the final. Kim and I both have substantive knowledge of the course. So while you'll read those lectures, we are here for any questions about the material that you have, and the small groups are a good way to get that out as well. The internship experience will revolve around special education law. Because it's not feasible nor permitted to have you sit in on or lead IEP meetings in the context of an internship, we have created a mock or you will create a mock eligibility and IEP meeting using materials we give you about student Forrest Gump. So far, no student that I've talked with qualifies for the alternate internship, which is on the next page. If you were a special education administrator, the internship would be old hat to you. You probably wouldn't learn anything new, but so far that's not the case in this class. We have significant amount of material on the internship for your week 2 module, and also in your syllabus.